Honestly speaking, something very urgent needs to be done in this country as quick as possible. If not, I don't see things getting better than it is very soon. News have it that the members of the lower chamber of the National Assembly is set to receive a car utility gift, which one of those cars worth 160 million naira as personal gift. This thing is going to happen in a country where the ordinary citizen is finding it very difficult to have 3 square meals a day. And you know as things they work now, immediately this news hit the public space. They came to debunk it and say that this news is exaggerated, that the SUV gift is not going to be a personal one, as was said, that is going to be a government property. But remember, the money is not coming from their usual salary. It is not coming from their allowances. And you know say some of them are still just coming out from governor. So they are still receiving some cash from there also. The money is not coming from there. These are the same people that whenever they are talks, they will tell you that they are working for the betterment of the country. How? Let me know what you think on the comment section. Now, make I allow you to listen to Arise News and Dr. Abati as they analyze this thing, because as it is now, it choke. Listen to it and make sure you share this video.
The House of Representatives on Sunday reacted to reports claiming that 360 members of the lower chamber will receive sports utility vehicles valued at 160 million naira each, totaling a sum of 57.6 billion naira as personal gifts. The spokesperson of the House, Akin Rotimi, said the reports carry varying exaggerations and that the vehicles are not personal gifts to the lawmakers, but the property of the National Assembly within the 4-year tenure of members of the House. The spokesman also stated that the vehicles will serve as work tools for the lawmakers because Nigerians deserve highly mobile representatives who can access remote locations as they carry out their duties, and that can only be achieved with functional and reliable off-road vehicles. While reactions have been trailing the budget for the SUVs, users on social media have dug up a video of President Hichilema of Zambia, who back in 2021 rejected a budget proposal of $1.8 million for the purchase of his vehicles. Let's take a look before we come back for a discussion.
Why are you using money to buy a VX for the mayor? That VX for the mayor can put toilets in all the markets in your constituency. Why do you want to pretend? You know that you cannot afford a VX. Why do you want to pretend? Because you are using taxpayers' money. Now you should pretend. After the 16th of August last year, the system came to me and said, Mr. President, sign here $1.8 million. That near Chandalama, we ordered new vehicles. Your colleague ordered new vehicles. So now you sign because you need new vehicles. I said, why? $1.8 million for the president's vehicles? Are there no vehicles in status? They are there. Are they not moving? They are moving. Are there no wheels? They have wheels. I said, I will use those. Cancel that tender. It's cancelled. I have not bought any new vehicle because I'm conscious this is not my money.
He's conscious. This is not his money. Whose money are we using? I think this is the message that the lawmakers should focus on, our Nigerian lawmakers. I think that the president of Zambia hit the nail on the head. If you already have vehicles, why purchase new vehicles? I mean, I thought that I was going to hear some sort of rebuttal from the lawmakers saying that, oh, we're not purchasing it for this price of money. But instead, they say that they actually need those vehicles. Dr. Abati.
Well, the press statement that was issued by the spokesperson of the House of Reps, in fact, I found it scandalous.
Yeah.
He was saying that, look, these are operational vehicles, that they are not gifts. They are to be used by the lawmakers to travel to their constituencies. We've been in this country for quite a while. How many of those lawmakers remember to even go to their constituencies? They only go there not to go and do anything, only when it is almost time for the next election. And when they say they go to these their constituencies, what did they do there? Have you not been in in this country, where a lawmaker, the only thing he thought he could provide in his constituency was wash hand basin. Another one, the only thing that he did was to buy electric poles, and those electric poles were commissioned. So some of these so-called spokespersons, when they want to issue these statements, they should at least know that the people out there, would double check.
Yeah.
Now, the fellow was saying that, look, after 4 years, then, maybe they will buy the vehicles, but while they are there, okay, what happened to the vehicles they bought for the last assembly?
That's the right question.
So they've taken those vehicles away, or is it that those vehicles after 4 years can no longer function again? This is just about the attitude of our lawmakers, and this is why people are saying that Nigeria cannot afford a bicameral legislature in Abuja. Why don't we have a unicameral legislature to reduce number? And why don't we even make membership of the National Assembly a part-time assignment, as is the case in some other countries? People just get elected at our expense, and they go there. The first thing they think of is to enjoy benefits. A vehicle of 160 million naira. What kind of a vehicle is that? Maybe it is a bulletproof. Okay, and these are some of these people who are first timers in the National Assembly, who cannot even afford the miserable grade A Tokumbo vehicle.
Yeah.
There's grade A, there's grade B. In any case, we have the example of Ichilema.
Yeah.
Akande of Zambia.
Yeah.
Where that's another leader. He became president in 2020. 2021. Next
August,
election, next election in Zambia is next year. Do you know that for 8 months he did not collect salary? Oh. And he said it's not because his salary was not available. It was because he didn't go there. He didn't become president because he was looking for money, right? He had run for that position about 5 times. Okay, he then won the 6th time. He said his focus was to retool the economy, provide jobs for the masses, particularly the youths of Zambia.
Yeah.
And he's been very consistent in that regard. But the opposition, they say, no, he made money from privatization. Okay, he could afford that because he has investments in agriculture and in other parts, so that's why. But what he is saying to other people is that you don't have to buy an expensive vehicle. And that he, as president, he did not allow them to buy new vehicles for him. He said he will continue to use the vehicles that were there.
Yeah.
Now, in fact, at some point, also took a pay cut. And we have had other leaders in Africa who took pay cuts. Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
The man in Kenya is Uhuru Kenyatta. Next door, in Ghana, the president also took a pay cut. But here in Nigeria, they just want to make profit. And yet, the same lawmakers, the same Nigerian leaders, they tell us to make sacrifices. They tell the people to tighten their belts. Then meanwhile, they are feeding fat at the expense of the state. I think this should be part of the conversation. And I think the people who have been saying the National Assembly should not be a place where people go and collect benefits, and that the number should be reduced.
Absolutely.
And it should be a part-time appointment. That will make us realize the objective of placing emphasis on service rather than profit.